Hello and welcome back to Mr. Learn English, your space to listen, repeat, shadow, and grow your English at a slow, natural pace. I am Josh and I'm really glad you're here. In this episode, I'll speak slowly, I'll use clear, simple words and repeat ideas so you can shadow my voice, practice speaking, and build your confidence step by step. Today, we're going to talk about how to describe your day in English, not just short sentences, but full, natural ideas. Let's think together. What do you do in the morning? What happens in your afternoon? What's your evening routine like? By the end of this episode, you'll be able to talk about your day in English using clear, natural sentences. Let's begin. Why talk about your day in English? It's important because your day is real. It's something that happens every single day. You already know it well. You don't need to search for ideas or complicated words. You don't need to talk about history, science, or politics. You just talk about your life. You can say what time you wake up, what you eat for breakfast, if you go to work or stay at home, and how you feel tired, busy, happy, or relaxed. And here's the best part. When you describe your own day, you're practicing real English. English you can actually use in daily life. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to try. When you talk about your day, you start to think in English, you speak more naturally, you build complete sentences, you stop translating in your head, and little by little, you feel more confident when you speak. Let's take an example. Imagine you're meeting someone new. They ask, "What did you do today?" If you've practiced before, you can answer easily. "I woke up at 7. I went to work. I had coffee and answered some emails. In the evening, I made dinner and watched TV." That's a full conversation. That's real communication. And that is your goal. Even if you're alone, even if you're shy, even if you're not in an English class, you can still practice speaking by talking about your day. So whenever you don't know what to say, start simple. What did I do today? What time did I wake up? What did I eat? Where did I go? What did I do in the evening? These are powerful questions. They help you remember vocabulary, build strong English habits, and think in full sentences without stress. You can do this in the morning to talk about yesterday or in the evening to review today. You can even record yourself and listen back. The key is to keep it simple. Use the English you know. Don't worry about mistakes, just speak. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. One sentence today, 2 sentences tomorrow, and maybe a full story next week. So today, let's build that skill together. Step by step, word by word, one real sentence at a time. Part 1. The morning. Morning is a very important part of the day. It sets your mood, it gives you energy, and it's a perfect time to speak and think in English, even for just a few minutes. Let's practice some simple morning sentences together. Repeat each one slowly, like shadowing. Ready? Let's go. I usually wake up at 7 o'clock. Now you repeat. Sometimes I wake up earlier, around 6:30, when I have a lot to do. Now you repeat. If I sleep late, I feel tired the next morning. I stay in bed for a few minutes and think about my day. I take a deep breath and stretch my arms and legs. Then I sit up slowly and get out of bed. I walk to the bathroom and brush my teeth. I brush slowly and carefully for 2 minutes. Then I wash my face with cold water. It helps me feel awake. Sometimes I take a quick shower, especially if I still feel sleepy. When I shower, I like to play soft music or listen to an English podcast. After my shower, I dry off and put on my clothes. I try to wear something clean and comfortable. Sometimes I wear jeans and a t-shirt. If I have a meeting or class, I wear something more formal. Next, I go to the kitchen and prepare breakfast. I usually eat something simple like toast, eggs, and fruit. Sometimes I have cereal with milk and a banana. If I have more time, I make an omelet or oatmeal. I like to eat slowly so I can enjoy my food. I drink coffee most mornings. Sometimes I drink green tea. It feels light and fresh. While eating, I might watch a short video or check the news. Other days, I just enjoy the quiet and listen to the birds outside. Before leaving the house, I check my phone. I look at the time and read my messages. I check my calendar to see if I have any meetings. I pack my bag, my phone, notebook, keys, and water bottle. Then I put on my shoes and go out the door. Now, let's shadow a short story. My morning routine, you can listen first, then pause after each sentence and repeat. Are you ready? Let's begin. In the morning, I usually wake up around 7. Sometimes I wake up earlier if I have a lot to do. I lie in bed for a few minutes and think about my day. I stretch my arms, yawn a little, and slowly get up. Then I walk to the bathroom and brush my teeth for 2 full minutes. After that, I wash my face with cold water. It really helps me wake up. If I still feel sleepy, I take a warm shower. I often listen to relaxing music while I shower. It helps me feel calm and focused. After the shower, I put on clean clothes and check my hair in the mirror. Next, I go into the kitchen and start making breakfast. I usually eat 2 pieces of toast with butter and jam. Sometimes I add a boiled egg. I drink a big cup of coffee. That's important to me. While eating, I sit by the window and look outside. Sometimes I hear birds singing and I enjoy the peaceful moment. Before I leave the house, I check my phone again. I look at the time, my to-do list, and my schedule for the day. Then I prepare my bag. I make sure I have my phone, wallet, notebook, and sometimes a snack. Finally, I put on my jacket and shoes, open the door, and step outside to begin my day. Practice sentences. Now, let's say a few final sentences together. You can repeat right after me. Every morning is a little different, but I try to follow a good routine. When I start my day with English, I feel more focused and ready. I'm proud of my progress and I'll keep going. Now, let's move to the afternoon, the middle part of the day. Many people are busy in the afternoon. Some go to work, some go to school, and some stay home to take care of the house or family. Whatever you do, the afternoon is a great time to use English. Even if you're busy, you can still listen, repeat, and practice. Even for just 5 or 10 minutes, let's learn some common afternoon sentences together. Repeat each one slowly and clearly. Afternoon practice sentences. After lunch, I go back to work. Sometimes I feel a little sleepy after eating. I check my emails and reply to the important ones first. I often read messages from coworkers or classmates. I usually have 1 or 2 meetings in the afternoon. Sometimes I meet with a client or my manager to talk about tasks. If I work from home, I sit at my desk and open my laptop. I write reports or prepare presentations. I check my calendar to see what I need to do next. I like to keep my desk tidy and organized. It helps me think more clearly. I usually take a short break around 3 o'clock. I make a cup of tea or drink some water. Sometimes I eat a small snack like fruit or a cookie. If I have time, I go for a short walk to get fresh air. Even 10 minutes outside helps me feel better. If the weather is nice, I walk around the block or sit quietly in the sun. When I have free time in the afternoon, I study English. Sometimes I listen to a podcast while walking. Other times, I read a short article or a story online. I also watch slow English videos to practice listening. I repeat short phrases out loud to practice speaking. Shadowing helps me speak more naturally and with more confidence. Before I finish work, I write down what I did. This helps me stay organized for the next day. Sometimes I write one new English word I learned. I like to check my English notebook before I stop for the day. Story. My afternoon routine. Now I'll tell you a short story about my afternoon. Listen first, then pause and repeat after me. Try to copy my rhythm and tone. After lunch, I usually go back to my desk and continue working. I check my emails and make a to-do list for the afternoon. I often have a short video meeting with my team. We talk about what we finished in the morning and what we will do next. The meetings are usually short, about 30 minutes. After the meeting, I take a small break. I walk to the kitchen and make a cup of tea or coffee. I sip it slowly while standing by the window. Sometimes I step outside for a bit of fresh air. If I have free time, I use it to study English. I often listen to a podcast like this one, or read a short story online. Sometimes I watch a slow English video. I pause the video and repeat each sentence. This is shadowing. It helps me sound more natural and understand better. Before I finish work for the day, I write a short summary of what I did. I also write one sentence in English about how I feel. For example, I finished all my work today and I feel proud. Or, I didn't study much today, but I'll try again tomorrow. This helps me reflect and stay motivated. Your turn, okay. Now it's your turn. You can pause this episode for a moment. Try to talk about your afternoon, just like I did. What do you usually do after lunch? Do you go to work? Do you go to class? Do you stay at home and rest or study? Use short sentences. It's okay if it's only 3 or 4 lines. The goal is to speak, not to be perfect. Let's try a few sentence starters together. I'll say the beginning and you finish the sentence. In the afternoon, after lunch, I usually take a break before the afternoon ends. Part 3. Evening and night. Evening is a special time, a moment to relax and look back on your day. Let's practice some simple, useful sentences. Repeat after me. I come home around 6 in the evening. I take off my shoes and sit for a few minutes to rest. Sometimes I watch the news or listen to music to relax. I cook dinner, or if I'm tired, I order food instead. I eat dinner at the table with my family. We talk about our day and share small stories. After dinner, I clean the kitchen and wash the dishes. Sometimes I go for a short walk after eating. Before bed, I read a book or listen to calming music. I take a shower and brush my teeth. Then I go to bed around 10:30 or 11. Your daily reflection. All right, now you've listened to my full routine. Morning, afternoon, and evening. Now it's your turn to speak about your day. Think for a moment. What time do you wake up? What do you eat for breakfast? Do you work, study, or stay at home? What do you do in the afternoon? What's your evening like? What do you do before bed? You can talk about today or describe a typical day. A normal day. You did great today. You listened to a full daily routine, practiced new vocabulary, repeated full sentences, and most importantly, you spoke English. That's real progress. You're not just studying English, you're using English. You're living in English. One sentence at a time. Keep building your confidence. Keep practicing your daily routine until it feels easy and natural. Come back to this episode often, listen again, shadow again, and each time add a little more to your story. This is Mr. Learn English, and I'm Josh. I'm proud of your effort. Keep listening, keep speaking, and most of all, keep believing in yourself. Bye for now.